Hey everybody, this is a Big D with a 3 o'clock nooner. Here's what I want to talk about today. Finances. Money. This is what I realized has helped me a lot. I'm working full time, making a living, while I'm working part time on creating my wealth. So you have to understand something. There's a difference between creating wealth and making a living. This is important to know this. Making a living is working for money. Creating wealth is money working for you. Okay? That's the difference. So, making a living is what we do to survive. And that's what we're all doing. And a lot of us are just barely pulling it off. So this is why we don't think about creating wealth. Because we have our hands full just trying to make a living. But that's where the mistake is. We have to create wealth. Otherwise, you always have to make a living. And the day will be done when you can't make a living anymore. You get injured, you get old, the day's coming. So you can't make a living forever. You have to create wealth. Because wealth, when it grows and it gets to a certain size, it overtakes making a living. And now your life is about money working for you instead of you working for money. The reason why none of us get wealthy is because, and I say none when I talk about my immediate circle, it's because we're focused on making a living and we think we can't create wealth. And it's not true. We have to focus on creating wealth. So right now I'm working full-time making a living and part-time creating wealth. And that wealth will grow until it takes over making a living. Making a living will never be wealth, but wealth can make you a living. Okay? So that's why you need to work on wealth. And working on wealth is more important because it can do both. But making a living can't. Okay, so we're focusing on the wrong thing. So what we need to do is, what I'm doing is I'm working full time, making a living, and part time on wealth. So how do we do this? A lot of people don't work on creating wealth because they think that it takes a lot of money and you have to have excess money to do it. And you have to have a lot of time. And they think that you have to put so much time in it that working on creating wealth has to be your making a living also. But it's not. It doesn't have to be that way. You can, for very little time, very little money, you can create wealth. Matter of fact, there's a business model that creates wealth faster than any franchise and more money than any franchise, McDonald's or any big franchise you'd ever think of investing in business in. It takes very little money and yet can make more money in less time. If you invest in a McDonald's franchise, you got to pay out, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it takes 5 years to start profiting off that. And you're making a living while you're doing it. Okay, you don't get to a point of wealth until way down the road. It costs a lot of money, and nobody will argue that a McDonald's is a wise investment for a franchise to create wealth. But who has all that time and all that money to start it? But there are business systems that take very itty bitty tiny bit money that will make you more money than a McDonald's franchise in way less time. There's a business model out there that even in a year you could have wealth and not work on making a living anymore. So that's what I'm working on. If you want to know about that and know what that is, then hit me up. Email me at info@socialworldmarketing.com, info@socialworldmarketing.com, or message me on Facebook, or if some of you know my phone number. So actually I'll give you my 800 number, 855-854-TALK. 855-854-TALK if you want to know what I'm doing to create wealth while I'm making a living. And my wealth, now that I understand this, will grow to take over my making a living. And that's when money's working for me. And it'll happen in a very short time, and it costs me very little money. So, if you want me to show you how to do that, then hit me up. This is Big D. God bless you, and please think about this. This is important. Stop making a living. Stop working all your time making a living and start creating wealth. Take care.